We no matter who we play, we gotta hold ourselves to a championship level standard, and I think that we're not exercising good habits if we only get up against teams like Milwaukee. First game always going to be, everybody's excited for the first game, the opening week of the season. But we want to keep this energy no matter who we play.
Nets Nation, it's your boy AJ back again. It's Nets News, #we go hard. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at NetsKingdom711. We back. Nets World, it's opening night. Get hype. So before I start this video, if you like content like this, please hit the like button, support the channel, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any Nets news. Don't be that guy. So quick Nets news before we get into the preview. DDJ, David Duke Jr. was signed as our second two-way player along with Kessler Edwards. So now our roster is finally complete for the year for now. As you guys see on the screen, so happy for DDJ. As soon as I saw him in Summer League, I knew right away he could make the team, and he did it. Now, the Milwaukee Bucks opening night. Let's talk about it. If you look at the new roster of the Bucks, they have basically the same crew coming back as you guys see here on the screen. Jrue Holiday, Dante DiVincenzo, Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Brook Lopez. And then you look at their second unit: George Hill, Grayson Allen, Pat Connaughton, Bobby Portis, Jordan Nwora, and I think I've heard that Sashu Mamusk. I don't know how to say his name, but I'm just going to say Sashu Mamusk. He might be their backup big. Now, the Bucks are going to be very injury riddled this opening night. So far on their injury report, it says the Bucks list Rodney Hood, Bobby Portis, Semi Ojeleye, and Dante DiVincenzo ankle are out for opening night against Brooklyn. So that's a lot of players. Rodney Hood, Bobby Portis, and Dante DiVincenzo are big. That's a large portion of their bench. So it'll be interesting to see, will Mike Bud just do what he did last year and only play his starting five the whole game with a little bit of Pat Connaughton and George Hill, or will he be like, this opening night is what it is, and throw his second unit in? Now, first thing I want to talk about is matchups. Assuming George Hill or Pat Connaughton will mostly likely start in Dante DiVincenzo's place as at 2. As first, Harden versus Jrue is a matchup to keep an eye on. We really didn't get to see Harden play against Jrue Holiday at full strength, but he is the perfect size. They're both 6'4", 6'5" strong guards, so I really like this Harden versus Jrue matchup. It's going to be interesting to see how that will play out. Now, for the shooting guard, I'm predicting Joe Harris will start at the 2 tomorrow. Now, I'm actually okay with Joe starting at the 2 at the shooting guard, because the Bucks shooting guard will probably be Pat Connaughton, and he will not be a huge threat to us. Or if it's George Hill, he's not really a huge threat to us. So we could possibly hide Joe Harris's bad defense with him guarding Pat. It'll be easier it'll make Joe's job a little bit easier. Because he can def guard Pat or George Hill. But we'll see if the Bucks will try to take Joe Harris out the game early on. If y'all haven't noticed, the Nets usually have a pattern of running Joe off screens very early on to get him going. So teams like to hedge and deny Joe that 3 so he doesn't get hot. Now we look at this film of our last preseason game. Harden gets the tip off. Immediately they run the play for Joe. You see here, dribble handoff, Paul Millsap. Harden sets a down screen for Joe to get him an open look. We'll see if the Bucks pay attention or try to take Joe out his game early on. Now that's my 2 guys I want starting: Harden, Joe at the 2, and then KD at the 3. Now, putting KD at the 3, his natural position is perfect. We know KD is going to be KD, whether Chris Middleton's guarding him or Giannis is guarding him. All I want to see tonight is Nash do a better job of putting KD in his spots. I should see KD coming off screens. I want to see KD getting to his mid-range. I want to see KD in the post. Just get KD open get him to his spots so he can work. That's all we really need from Nash or the offense, is to make sure you screen, get KD open, and get him the ball in his spots to make it easier for him, because we know once he gets the ball, he will take care of the rest. He's a scoring machine, best player in the world. Now, at the 4, and you guys know I wanted Paul Millsap to start for the season, but for this game in particular, I'm okay with Blake getting the first look at the 4 because of how he's one of the best Giannis defenders in the league that we have. So hopefully we see playoff Blake tomorrow. Again, I just want him to guard Giannis. He's great. He does a good job guarding Giannis in the post, and he's just an overall good Giannis defender. So Blake can get the start tomorrow, in my opinion. I think he should start. Now, at the 5, I've been torn on Claxton starting, but for tomorrow, I want LaMarcus to start at center. Brook Lopez is actually a really easy to guard. He just stands in the corner and shoots threes, and then occasionally he will crash the boards. I feel like LaMarcus can handle Brook Lopez. Plus, we need a rebounding presence in the game. Our biggest weakness against the Bucks last year was rebounding. The Bucks averaged 10 offensive rebounds per game against us in the playoffs. If you guys rewind back to Game 7, a couple of those late game possessions we lost due to our bad rebounding, and LaMarcus is a good rebounder, so I want him out there. Plus, having LaMarcus at the 5 spaces the floor for us. It gives Harden more room to drive and kick, create shots for others, or if you want KD to ISO, he has more room to operate because that floor is spaced with 5 out. LaMarcus can hit that 3, and then we can kick it to LaMarcus for 3, or KD can drive and have space to work that middle because the lane is not clogged with a big man like Claxton, or somebody who really can't shoot like a Bruce Brown, to clog that middle. The lane's going to be open with all shooters around KD and Harden. I think that is the best lineup to start tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think about the starting lineup tomorrow. Who do you guys want to start? Mine is, again, Harden, Joe Harris at the 2, KD at the 3, Blake at the 4, and LaMarcus at the 5. I don't know if Steve Nash is going to do that, but that, in my opinion, is the best lineup to guard against to play the Bucks tomorrow. Now, even though the Bucks are going into this game injured, they still have their big 3 of Giannis, Drew, and Chris. Any of those guys can get hot at any time. We really have no exact game plan for them. Just play the best defense you can. But the Nets, we did get better defensively. So our bench got better, and we got better defensive players. I would love to see Bruce Brown and Bembry get equal minutes guarding Middleton. I loved how Bruce Brown guarded Middleton last year in the playoffs. Steve Nash made an adjustment and put Bruce on Chris Middleton. I think it was around game 5, game 6, game 7, around that area, and he actually did a really good job of guarding Chris Middleton for the most part. I'm not saying he shut him down, but he did disturb Chris. Didn't really get he didn't let Chris get into his rhythm, and we know Middleton's a streaky player. But I feel like Bruce Brown and Bembry can both bother Chris Middleton, because we got extra defenders this year. Now, for their defense, Paul Millsap and Claxton off the bench will be huge for us. Again, Millsap is another scoring option off the bench. Patty Mills, I want to see Patty Mills score off the bench. Our bench is way better than their bench. Their bench is going to be trash. I really think Mike Budenholzer is going to play probably the starting 5 and 2 guys. He's definitely not going to go into their bench, but our bench should eliminate their bench because our bench is better than their bench. Millsap, Claxton, Patty, those guys should really score, have good games against them, but hopefully they have a good game tonight. But my biggest take for us to beat the Bucks is to control the boards. We have to control the rebounding. The Bucks are a great rebounding team. We have to protect the offensive glass. If we limit our turnovers and we control the boards, I think we have the best chance of beating the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. I'm more worried about our defense stopping Chris Middleton and containing Giannis. I'm not so worried about Drew because Drew comes and goes, and I don't think Drew is really he's gonna have to be a point guard and get shots for Giannis and Chris, so I don't think he's going to be focused on scoring. So we got to just worried about stopping Chris Middleton, taking him out his spots, defending him at a high level, and then just containing Giannis. We're not going to stop Giannis, but just containing him. Now, the big question is, what is Nash going to do this year of guarding Giannis? Remember, last year, our plan was to let Giannis shoot and play drop coverage on him. Giannis would get the ball at the 3, and Blake or whoever guarding him would be at the rim already, just sinking back. But I don't know, y'all. I was watching Giannis shoot during preseason. He has changed his jump shot. It looks a lot better. I can't even lie. It looks more fluid. If he can shoot like that consistently and he hit it, he might be even more unstoppable. But we'll see. We'll have to test it out. Nash will probably test him. Like, did you really work on your shooting, or was this just like a little preseason fluke? I mean, I expect them to still let Giannis shoot and still probably get Giannis to the foul line. I've been saying, I remember I said this a ton of times. Get Giannis to the foul line. See if he can make free. If he really did work on his shooting, put him at that free throw line. Foul him. Don't let him get no easy dunks. Don't let him get no easy layups. Foul him. Make him shoot 2 free throws. See if he's really like that. Also, with his shooting, if he's really like that, step back for a little bit. Let him shoot those first 2 jumpers. See if he's really like that. If he's not, if he is, then we have to adjust. But if he's not, then I say maybe we can still keep that sink back defense. But let me know in the comments what do you guys think? How should we guard Giannis? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Again, I also want to see a lot of double teams of Giannis we have to double team Giannis in the post. So it's opening night. Get hype, Nets Nation. Let me know in the comments, who is y'all starting 5? Who do you guys want to start tonight against the Bucks? Again, my starting 5 was Harden, Joe Harris, KD, Blake Griffin, and LaMarcus Aldridge. Who do you guys want to start? What do you guys think? How should we guard Giannis? Let me know in the comments. It's game day, Nets Nation. Let's get this W. It should have been our ring, not the Bucks ring. You know how we do. We go hard. Follow me on Instagram. That's Kingdom711, and on Twitter. You know what it is. It's your boy AJ. I'm out.